proposing an amendment to the Constitution of Maine to provide for the popular election of the Attorney General, Secretary of State, and Treasurer of State.
No, I got the argument.
Yeah, you could give us a little quick summary, that would be great.
This resolution proposes a constitutional amendment that provides for direct popular election beginning in 2016 of the Secretary of State, the Treasurer of State, and the Attorney General biannually in the manner currently provided for senators and representatives. Of note, the sponsor intended it to be 4-year terms and not 2-year terms, and I believe he has an amendment. And there was a similar bill, which information on it is this golden colored paper if you want more information on what happened in the 125th. And also just the state auditor is actually considered a statutory officer, not a constitutional officer, although the auditor is elected by the legislature and already has a 4-year term.
You all done? I'm sorry, I wasn't watching. I was listening. No, I wasn't watching. So, questions?
Mr.
Any questions? Yes. Representative Martin?
I don't have any questions, but in order to be allowed to debate this, I would move I'd not to pass, Mr. Chairman, on LD 957.
Second.
We have a motion not to pass, and we have a second. And that second is by Representative B.B. Center. More discussion? I'm almost ready to go home. I see that. So, all those in favor of the motion? Opposed? With the amendment we talked about, is that what you want? Yes. You want to give it? Representative Pickett has this all down pat.
Yeah, I would move the minority report would be with an amendment. An amendment I would put out there would be that all 3 officers would be by appointment by the governor.
Yes.
Just a clarification on that amendment was for Representative Pickett. Does the amendment include for a 2-year or 4-year term? I think Senator Cushing's intent on his amendment was to change 4, so I just in honor of his
I believe
request.
that is the intent. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
4 year.
Representative.
What is the answer?
4 years.
And
yes.
starting what year?
What was the original bill?
Representative Pickett has the answer to that.
It would be 4 years starting if we go with Senator Cushing's amendment that he put in, it would be 4 years beginning in 2016.
Representative Martin, you have something to say?
I have a question, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. All right. So, would those individuals pursuant to your minority report serve at the pleasure of the governor, or would they be 4 years? For example, what happens if in the year 2016, January of 2017, a new governor is sworn into office? Okay. He or she appoints the 3 constitutional officers. All right. that governor becomes ill, can no longer function in his or her capacity, dies or whatever, do those folks still serve at the pleasure of the governor, or do they continue on for 4 years? But that needs to be clarified.
Yes, Representative Pickett.
I would say that being appointed by the governor, they would have to serve for 4 years.
Yes, Representative Angelos.
Just a suggestion that I think, we've already voted in the, just to get this clear on the amendment. The current chief executive was elected in 2014, so if he makes a 4-year appointment in 2016 and a new governor is elected in 2018, that means that for the first 2 years, the new governor, let's just assume that it's an independent or a Democrat that was elected, and under this legislation, Governor LePage would make the appointment in 2016. That would create an undue burden for every governor going forward not to appoint their own people. So I just
For 2 years.
yeah, but you'd be 2 years off on the cycle, so I think you gotta. I don't have any vested interest in the amendment. I voted to oppose it, but I think we gotta get that part of it straight, because we don't want to set off a lot of unintended consequences.
Representative Martin.
I think that's a great suggestion, Representative Angelos. Hopefully, the minority report won't see its way through fruition, and we won't have to worry about the situation, but you never know what can happen in the halls of the House and halls of the Senate.
We will get that drafted and get it back for review before it goes out of committee. So unless this, yes. So unless anybody else has any comments or questions, that's going to conclude the Allison.
Can I ask something, just for clarification?
Sure.
Thank you.
Representative Dorr.
Just because I'm still learning this process, but if someone is appointed by the governor, 2 years, 4 years, if they're appointed, can they be dismissed by the governor at any time as well? Yes?
Typically, that is true.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
Yeah, Representative Martin.
Allison, help me out here. I asked, I think the House and Senate chair agree on this. We'd like to reconsider one bill, and I forgot what the LD number was, but it's the Carabasset Valley bill that we'd like to bring back as soon as possible.
Okay, do you want to do that Monday?
I think that would be fine.